Hello everyone, I am Professor Nayan Asne, Department of Information Technology from Parvatibai Kenpa Mose College of Engineering, Baholi. So in this session we are starting with the collaboration diagram. So the collaboration diagram is also called as the communication diagram. Collaboration is used to visualize the structural organization of the objects and their interaction. Or we can say that the collaboration diagram is used to show the relationship between the objects and a system. Both the sequential diagrams and the collaboration diagrams are same, but in a different manner. They will show the information in a different manner. So let's see the collaboration diagram. Here there is a system of the student management system in which the login system, authentication system and the student database are three objects communicating with each others. The plus login, the plus request login is the public attribute of the login system. When the student login into the particular system, then the request goes to the server, authentication server. The authentication system is the object resides in authentication server. Then he will check in the database whether the valid user is accessing or logging into the system or not. The student database again is the third object in the database system. So if the student is an authenticated user, then it will return the access to the authentication system. Then the authentication system will allow the user to log in into the system. So these are the three types of object in student management system. We can say that another diagram. There is another diagram of the order management system. This example we have seen 3 to 4 times. With collaboration diagram also we will go with this example. The first object is the initialization of the customer. Then the customer enters into the system and sends the order. In the order section or in the order object, the receipt is generated and the receipt is accepted from the customer. If the items are available, then it will confirm the order. Else, if the order is a special order, it will go to the special order object. The self loop is there. This is called a self loop. Self loop is there. If the special object has the good that is ordered by the system, ordered by the customer, so they will loop itself and end the process. Means the goods are provided to the customer. The order has been dispatched by the system to the customer. So here is the end of the process. This is called as self-delegation, or we can say the self-loop. The confirmation message and the send order message are listed or labeled in a numerical manner. Means what? There is a number when the things will be happen. They are numbered in a particular sequence. First, the order send order method will be called. Then second, the confirm method will be called. And third, the dispatch method will be called. So the collaboration diagram will give more sense into the system which was not in the sequential diagram. So sequential diagram just gives the name of the method, but it will not give the sequence. It will not verify the sequence which is provided in the collaboration diagram. Both will have the same information. The sequence diagram will also have the method names, but the sequence will be not given. And it will simplify the system more easily in the collaboration diagram. For more information, you can go with this link which is provided. It will give you a brief idea about the collaboration diagram. Actually, this type of diagrams are not asked in examination, but still it is included in your syllabus, so you have to study it. Then we move to the structural diagram. So the first diagram is the class diagram, component diagram, deployment diagram and package diagram. So structural is the static view of the system which is given by the class, component, deployment and package. So we'll start with the class diagram. So the class diagram are used for describing the static view of the system, then showing the collaboration amongst the element of the static view, then describing the functionalities performed by the system, and then construction of the software application using the object-oriented language. So it has different elements under the class diagram. We have different relationships also. So the class diagram is made up of first the set of classes and second the relationship between the classes. So here is the structure of the class which contains the name. Then these are the attributes and these are the operations. So the attributes are also called as, we can say, the variables, and operations are also called as the methods. So generally in a Java class or C++ class we use these things, the attribute as a variable and the operations as a methods. So the class contains three parts. First is the class name, second is the class attributes, and third is the class operations. So we have a different class relationships, means the relationship between the different classes. So the first is the generalization, or we can say generalization. It is nothing but the inheritance, means the subclasses are accessing the property of superclass, which represent is a relationship, that is two subclasses is a subclasses. These two subclasses is the child classes of the superclass. So the second is the simple association. So it is the structural link between two pair of classes and represented as a solid link. Class 1 is associated with the class 2 as it is. So third is the aggregation. So it is a special type of association. It represents a part of relationship, means class 2 is a part of class 1, and the many instances of class 2, here is a multiplicity given, though. So many instances of these classes, means the object of these classes are related or associated with the class 1. So the next one is the composition, which is a special type of aggregation where the parts are related to each other, and when the second class will destroy, the first class will be also destroyed. That is, if the first class will destroy, the second class will also destroy, because the class 2 is totally dependent on the class 1. So the object 1 is live, then object 2 is live. If object 1 is not live, the object 2, means the class 2's object will be not live, they will be died with class 1. And it is just represented by the line with diamond pointing to the class 1. And last is make the difference. Here is a diamond with a filled diamond with the empty. Here is an empty diamond, it is a filled diamond. Filled diamond is the composition and empty diamond is the aggregation. So aggregation is nothing but the class 2 is related to class 1 with some object instance which are related with the class 1, and here the composition is nothing but if the class 1 dies, then class 2 also dies. That is, class 2 cannot stand alone in particular system. So whenever the class 1 get over, its lifetime gets over, class 2 will automatically get destroyed with all the instances. So the next is dependency. It exists between the two classes. If the changes are done in one class, can automatically change the another class. So that is a dependency, which is denoted by the dotted line with the arrow on pointing to the another class. So we have again different parameters in a class diagram. That is a visibility. So visibility is nothing but your attribute scope. We can say the attribute scope. So visibility is public, private, protected, as I explained before also. So public is denoted by plus. Here is the public, private, and this is the protected. And also the multiplicity. Now here are some example of multiplicity. This is 1 to many. One instance of class is related to many instances of class 2. Same as here is given. There are multiple multiplicities available. That is exactly one. That is exactly one instance is mapped with the one instance of another. Then 0 to 0, no instances are mapped with each other. Then many to 0, that is many instances from this class can be mapped to another class, and one or more, that is one or more instances of this class can be mapped to class 2's classes. This is the multiplicity. So we'll go with the class diagram. Here is a simple class diagram, customer ordering system. So here are the 4 classes. First is the customer, order, special order, and normal order. So customer has the attribute name, string, location, string, this is the data type, and send order and receive order methods. When the customer is sending order, send order will be called. When customer is receiving the order, receive order will be called. Now this one customer is related with the multiple order. One customer can give the n numbers of order. So order class will contain the date of order and the numbers of order, which is a string, and the data type, and confirm and close methods. Then there are we will segregate this thing into the generalization, that is a special order and normal order are classes of the order superclass. So special order will contain date number. The normal order will also contain den number with the data types for respected date and string. So this has the method confirm, close, dispatch, confirm, close, dispatch, and receive. So this is the generalization to the order class. When the customer is ordering a special goods, or when the customer's order is a special order, then this class will call. And when the customer's order is a normal order, this class will call, and the customer will receive the things. So these are the subclasses of the superclass. Again, we can see the class diagram, which has different classes with the different relationships and the multiplicity. You can see these are the different number of classes with aggregation, with generalization. Generalization is nothing but the subclass. Then here is the association, that one class is associated with the another. Then aggregation is nothing but the part of. So shape is the part of window. Then you can see the difference between the aggregation, the diamond, and the generalization will contain the arrow. So again, the frame is a superclass with window subclass. Event is the dependency of the window. This is called as a frame, which is nothing but the node to more describe the class. Then this circle, rectangle, polygon are the subclasses of the shape. Again, there is a generalization, and this is the abstract class. So this is the operations, this is the composition. Composition means when the circle class will be destroyed, the point class will totally destroy. Point class cannot be stay alone in the system. So this is the just view of class diagram, having the different classes and attributes and the relationships. So we'll see the package diagram in the next session. I think we should start in next session. In this session we will cover up with the diagram, class diagram only. So hope you have understand. If you have any query, you can just comment in the comment section, or you can, for more detailed information, you can just go to the link which is given here. You can see multiple diagrams, all types of diagram in CodeMug or the Guru 99. You can have a brief introduction to the diagrams, and also I hope you have installed the application which is given in the last session to draw the diagram. So thank you.